What up? Anything look different? I finally took the mop off, man. Don't I look like a new person? Oh, it feels so good. I can breathe. It's just we've come to the decision that we are not a long hair person. Okay, I just can't do it. I run too hot, man. Too much heat to dissipate. Anyways, we have got back and biceps today, so this should be a pretty fun little shindig of a workout. Don't fall on me. Don't move around. You're gonna upset me. You don't want to upset me. All right, you're good. Chill out. Jeez, my armpits itchy. Anyways, we got to do this. Tuesday I do go ahead and record some content, but we really don't got that much to record. I got most of it already recorded at home, and so we just got to record a few lines and scenes and stuff like that for some short form content, and then we will be good to go. Other than that, man, little tired today. We are running on that 2,400 calories, but I don't know. I don't think it's that as much as I've been, around right before these workouts. Typically, I'll give myself an hour break in which, and I don't typically call it lunch, because typically lunch I'm doing something with content, because I'm showing you guys some high protein stuff, so like for lunch or for break, I'll either take a nap or I'll actually play like some video games or something. Whatever I feel like doing, like giving myself that freedom so I don't feel like I'm trapped, if that makes sense. But really, the ideal thing to do is to take a nap and get some more sleep while I can. And typically I have been. And I haven't been, or I didn't today, rather. Today I played some Dune Awakening. That thing has got me by the neck, man. It's a problem. But that being said, we'll be fine. It's back in biceps. I think we need to focus a little bit more on the lats today. So, and again, that's one of my stronger areas. So again, I'm not too concerned. And again, typically since we have the workouts kind of moved to the middle of the day, I think a part of me that makes me feel so kind of like tired and kind of like, and the reason I say that is because it's not like, yesterday's workout, for example, I went into the gym kind of going like, all right, let's do this. Whereas today I'm kind of like, I kind of don't want to. And you'll have those, right? Pre-workout's hitting. But anyways, the big thing that's kind of nice about this being midday, I'm so used to having to go to the gym, earlier on. We were going at like 8 a.m. and now we're going at like 2. It's almost 2 right now. And man, it's you got to deal with that midday sleepiness, but then you take that pre-workout, you get going and flowing, and then when you're done, you're pretty much, you don't got anything you have to get done, so there's benefits to doing different times, I guess. I do typically, if I have my choice, would love to do it in the morning, but it just works out for my schedule better doing it like right now. So, like way better. That's the only reason I do it. Yeah, because typically I would love to just do them in the morning time, get it out of the way. But I've got some other stuff I gotta get out of the way first, so there is that. But back in biceps today, I don't know. I kind of want to get some lat pull downs in, man. We have not done those in just forever. So there's 2 different versions we could do, and we might do both. I think we're going to do the hammer strength, because it's almost like kind of like it gets the traps involved for sure, because it's more of at an angle. So that being said, I haven't hit that thing in, it's been like a month, I feel like, since I hit that thing. So, and I can throw around some weight typically, but it's been a minute. So we're going to do that, I think, to start off. And then we'll probably get like regular lat pull downs on a cable for some or maybe even a machine, for some kind of like superset. Like maybe we'll do some, that would be good. Like, lat pull down superset with Zontman curls. That might be our second superset, dude. And like I said, we typically, because we have a shoulders and back day, we typically will save a lot of the trap stuff for that. And honestly, man, I'm really liking the way this new split's like shaping me up. It's essentially, I would say it's the power building split for sure. It takes the best of both worlds of like bodybuilding and like powerlifting and kind of mixes them together. Whereas like, I'm doing stuff within the split that's kind of optimizing sport specific stuff. But cool. All right. Hey, What's going on? Don't do that again. I told you guys to sit the hell down, and that's what happens, okay? Anyways, we're here. Luckily, that happened while we were already pretty close. I have to tape you guys in next time. But like I said, back and biceps, gonna get in lat focused, and then of course, you know, just tear up the biceps along the way. But I'm gonna get inside, get warmed up, and get after it. All right, you guys know how it goes. 2 sets, and we're moving on. Especially because I kind of want to get a few extra things in today. Maybe one more extra superset. So I already told you guys the one in the car, so we're gonna do Zottman curls and lat pull downs. Probably after this, there's plenty of those machines around here we could use. And then we're probably gonna go ahead, because I really want to get, I said we weren't gonna work on traps, so I really want to work on that posture. And then when we do back and shoulders, I'm really gonna hammer down on like those rotator cuffs. But that, and then we could probably, since we're doing like an upright row kind of thing, because that's the plan, either like a cable upright row or a dumbbell. I'm not a fan of the barbell ones, but do that superset with some kind of like hammer curl. I think it's gonna be really good. So, and then of course we're gonna hit some abs at the end. So that's the game plan. I'm gonna go for sets of I could probably do 10. Pretty decent. Give myself a little bit of a break. And before this, we got in, I think it was 4, it must have been 4 sets. Yeah, 4 sets, and so this will be 2, so we're getting 6 sets total. But I did like a plate, so his first set I did like a plate, then I did 2 plates, then I did 3 plates, then I did 4 plates for like a set of 6. The last 2 reps on that one was a little shaky, and so we bumped it back down to 3. And then we started recording. So that's where we're at. So, like I said, rest is only gonna be probably about like 60 to 90 seconds. Nothing crazy, because again, we're not doing super heavy. And then we have bag work at the end of the day. Mainly just because I gotta record something that's like bag work themed today. So that's the only reason. I did do, just to kind of update you guys on the hamstring recovery thing, I did do some sort of sprints on the treadmill, and we were getting it pretty going, man. I mean, it wasn't giving me any issues. I just kind of backed off only because I felt it kind of getting tired. But it was pretty good. Like, we got up to a solid like 9 on the treadmill, and for like a whole like 60 seconds, you know. So I don't know if you would call that a sprint. It felt like a run, but it felt good. So, anyways, today's gonna be a little bit more bag work focused. Wear me out. Wear me out. All right. I'm gonna record one more set because I've got to record some B-roll for another piece of content, but we'll keep it light. All right, these suck. Like, these are definitely gonna suck. I did one, and I'm not gonna drop the weight or anything, but it just sucked. I'm just gonna be straight up. Like, I was going through it, especially on the Zottman curls. Like, it's just like, just grinding them out. Because Zottman curls are slow because you do them like one at a time. I mean, you could do both at the same time, but yeah, I want to get some contralateral in. So, that being said, we got these, and then I'm probably going to do like an upright row with a cable. I think that's going to be the move. With some either dumbbell hammer curls, or we could, if we have the option open to us, I wouldn't mind doing some cable hammer curls either. We need to do more cables with the biceps. I think next time we do biceps, that's what we're going to do. But we're going 8 and 8.
And as you can tell, this one's going more straight up and down, whereas the other one's more at like an angle, so traps are getting a little bit involved there. What am I doing? Sorry. Those suck. I'm keeping rest even slower. I can't say rest today. Jeez, second time. But like 60 seconds. Like I said, we're gonna move on to the next one. Man, that's not a lot of weight at all. Take it slow enough, it definitely squeezes very well. It's my left arm. It's really having issues. Whew. We might do the hammer curls with dumbbells just so I can get the unilateral work, because I can tell this one's like weaker today. Like this whole side feels weaker today, even with those other pulls or rows, whatever you want to call them. I don't know. We'll experiment. Let me go get this set up. This will probably be the last thing we record. Just mainly because the next thing we got is abs. And you guys know the routine. I'm definitely going to get some leg raises in. I'm probably going to do some ab roll or superset with it. And I feel like you guys have seen me do that about 20 billion times. So like, don't have to record that part, but you guys get the idea. Let me know, we might start including, 3 sets per exercise again. Because one thing that kind of changed with the, when we started adding 2-a-days back in, is we just don't go, I say we don't go super like hard on these workouts, but like I'm still here for like a solid 2 hours. I don't know. We'll assess after this set. But yeah, I'm thinking about adding in more sets to record. We'll see. Same thing, 8 and 8. And we did do a couple sets before. These hammer curls are honestly a little easy. Yeah, they're pretty light. I say that, man, it's high volume, so it still could be heavier, but you can keep the rest pretty short here. Solid 45 seconds. Probably gonna regret this, but just a little bit more weight on these, man. Just a wee bit more. Feel like that'll make all the difference in the world. Spread my stance out a little bit and tuck. There we go. Oh, I think I did 9. Ow! Went a little too high on those. Definitely felt that in the wrist. And then you know what I'm gonna do with these? I'm gonna go both at the same time. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Woo! Nice little squeeze. All right. Like I said, I still got to do core, and we got to do some bag work. Get something recorded, and then I got to actually do some like circuit training. So fun stuff. And of course stretching, but I'll get all that done and I'll pull you guys back out in the car.
All right, hopefully you guys are in there this time and won't fall out. But overall, pretty okay workout. We actually, that was only about an hour and a half, which, you know, not bad. Not to dictate, you know, how good a workout is based off of time, but if we have that extra time, then I kind of need to make sure that I'm filling that time with some more exercises. You know what I'm saying? But it's fine. Pretty good workout. You know, I feel like we could have done just a little bit more, but hey, we're gonna have a few of those workouts throughout the week. At the end of the day, you know, we got a little bit of a, you know, some training in this morning on some bag work, and then, you know, this. So it is what it is. What I'm probably going to do, because I do enjoy having those workouts. What's this person doing? Getting out in front of me. Let me move y'all a little bit closer while this person's driving like a maniac. But I'll probably, you know, end up hitting up Hot Works tomorrow. I know I will, because I want to record a meme up there. And I want to use the sauna. And when I do the sauna tomorrow, I think what I'm going to do, obviously we're going to hit, you know, I think it's legs for me tomorrow, quads and calves. So that workout won't be anything too crazy. I am probably going to do some plyometrics to kind of test that hamstring out. Which, you know, rip, you know, we won't be recording it with you guys. We'll probably record that next week. Probably still get some plyometrics in on that day because we need to. Definitely on quad day. Honestly, on leg day, we need to start making sure we get some plyometrics or even plyo circuits. That wouldn't be a bad idea. I've got to make sure like we're getting in plyo training. That is non-negotiable. This is a weird light. I don't like it. I don't like how weird this light is. Very slow and weird. Anyways. But yeah, we got a few different things we're bouncing around here and there. As far as my like training in the morning time, I need to get a little bit more diverse with it. What I've been wanting to do is do some like footwork training. So like maybe some ladder drills tomorrow, honestly. I need to remember to go ahead and like schedule that in. Because that's the thing. I've been doing the 2 days, but now that we're kind of used to doing the 2 days, I need to like actually like start structuring out what I'm doing on these days. So I need to probably do that sometime this weekend. But anywho, all's going well. Man, I smell, there's a coffee spot out here, and when they roast those coffee beans, man, it smells like, oh, what's that cereal? It's a very specific cereal it smells like. Oh, it smells so good. I love that smell. Anyways, it makes me want cereal really bad. But that's not what we're gonna go have. I think what we got on the agenda for post-workout meal is chicken nachos, canned chicken nachos, which actually is pretty fire. You guys dissed the canned chicken. The canned chicken tastes pretty damn good. I think you guys get in your head, and you gotta quit being so freaking picky, man. I'm telling y'all, I think that is actually, over the decade of me training people, being a nutritionist, whatnot, like, one of the main themes I'm finding is that like the people who have like weight problems are typically the picky eaters. Like I know that's crazy when I say that, because you go like, oh, picky eater, they must not eat that much. No, they eat a lot of the foods they like. That's what it is. You know, so like if you're a picky eater, don't think you're safe, bro. Like that's something you're gonna have to start getting the fuck over. You literally got to start getting the fuck over it, because what you're doing is you're eating hyper palatable food like chicken nuggets. That's a big one. I always hear people's like, I can always eat chicken nuggets. Like, duh, dude. Like, fucking yeah. They are designed to be delicious, so you eat a ton of them, and they're terrible for you. No shit. But I digress. Like, that's, you know, if you're a picky eater, you got to start exploring your options and start, you know, for lack of a better term, you're gonna have to learn to get the fuck over it. I hate to say it that way, but it like, that whole picky eating thing is literally, it's a spoiled mindset. That's spoiled to think that way, because there's people starving on this planet, and you can't eat like the protein you need, or you can't eat the foods you need to make sure that you don't have a heart disease. That's crazy. That is crazy. I'm not gonna sit here and like sugarcoat that. Like that is dumb. You can go to your mommy if you want someone to sugarcoat that shit. That is not me, okay? It's not gonna be me, motherfucker. Not today. But anyways, what kind of vlog would this be if there wasn't like a ranting session at the end? Gets me all fired and juiced up. But anyways, like I said, we got like a whole hour and a half of like, well, again, I gotta go cook and stuff, and then I gotta edit yesterday's vlog. But since we kind of, you know, got done with that workout relatively quick, and honestly, again, I feel like I could have put out more output, but that could just be being too hard on myself. I don't know. That being said, we're gonna go ahead and while I'm editing today, I typically do this anyways, but I'm gonna go ahead and get on the treadmill and do some walking while I'm editing, which is an easy way to get some steps in and stuff like that. So anytime I feel like the workouts could have been better, that's an easy way for me to be like, okay, we're gonna go ahead and hop on there. And a big reason I do that, yeah, I do that because like obviously I want to get the results, but also it just helps me sleep at night. Like getting all those steps in a day, man, like I promise you won't have as many trouble sleeping if you get more steps in a day. I promise. Like your body literally will just make you knock the fuck out. And until you've actually tracked how many steps a day you're getting, I don't want to hear about, oh, all I do is step all day. Everyone thinks they step all day, dude. Everyone thinks they do the most and they don't. There's people out there always doing more than you are. Always. There's people out there doing more than me. There's David Goggins, bro. You know what I'm saying? So like, enough of that shit. But anyways, we're about home. I'm gonna wrap this up and go eat me some motherfucking food. So I will see you guys. I guess the next workout we got is some chest and triceps. That'll be a fun one. You guys are flinging around on me, so I'm gonna wrap this up. Peace.